how you doing? It's Robin here from RB Hardware. Now, I have been waiting and waiting and waiting a bit more, but yeah, the wait is over. Time to finally look at glorious attempt to challenge finalmouse. They call it Model O. It weighs 67 grams. You can pick it up for under $60 and it's not going to get sold out. Let's take a look at it. So what am I most excited for here? Well, it is the coating, of course. If it's a good matte coating that doesn't get too slippery too quickly and doesn't get too hot, I'm gonna be in love here. And also the Ascend cord. I'm very curious about the cord. I hope it's going to deliver. And yeah, I got my fingers crossed. This mouse got stuck at customs and I had to wait for it for almost 4 days, I believe. It's been a very long wait actually, since I had to order this from America and I unfortunately still lives in Sweden. The box is so light, I guess I have to use both hands. Whoa, wow, nice. Wow. I gotta give them A+ for presentation. Let's get it out. Ooh, it's light. It's very light. It's actually, wow. What else we got? There's a card here that says welcome to the glorious legion. Oh, we got a sticker here. Look at that. Some sort of badge here. So 67 grams. It feels light. Do I feel any difference here? Actually, no, I don't. It actually feels slightly cheaper than the finalmouse R58, but it's not anything major. But it's not like it feels super cheap in any way, definitely not. The cord this is similar cord that finalmouse uses. It's a fantastic cord, guys. As you can see, it's so smooth. Oh, nice. Let's try this out. Wow, I'm actually kind of speechless, guys. Wow. It feels just fantastic. You know what, guys? We need to test this out. Alright, now let's start by touching on the design. To keep the weight on a minimum, Glorious decided to go with the same similar honeycomb shell as finalmouse has been using for a couple of years now, and I mean, why wouldn't they? It still gives the mouse the rigid and solid build while keeping the weight down. It has turned out to be a brilliant design decision, giving Model O a total weight of 67 grams for the matte finish and 68 for the glossy coating, which puts it right next to finalmouse Ultralight Pro, which comes in at 70 to 72 grams. So Glorious is giving us a bit of options here. You got the glossy coating and you got the matte coating as well. Not sure how to put it, guys. Man, I like it so far. I really do. Give me a weapon. Right, fantastic. While achieving 67 grams is very impressive, it's not the lightest mouse around. finalmouse is selling an even lighter one that comes in at 58 to 59 grams. It's called the R58 Ninja and it's quite a popular choice among gamers that values a lower weight. There's only one downside with the R58, it's been sold out since it came out. Anyway, what makes the R58 a bit lighter is partly due to the lighter side finalmouse went with, which has the same similar honeycomb structure on the sides as well, which neither the Model O or the Ultralight Pro has. Personally though, I prefer smooth sides as it gives a better overall feel in my opinion, as this is where your fingers are usually sitting right, but again, this is personal preference. The sides of the R58 is not made of just one single piece, and on my left side on my particular mouse, this side is actually a bit loose. I noticed this recently and it's actually quite irritating, and I think I'm gonna have to glue this back in place. That makes me question the R58 quality a bit. In conclusion, Model O definitely wins on comfort. In my opinion, it is a bit heavier, but if finding the lightest mouse possible is your only concern, you're going to be more than happy with 67 grams, trust me guys. And knowing that finalmouse is only selling a limited number of mice and every unit is being sold out already should make your decision pretty easy here. Let's talk about the shape. Model O borrows much of its shape with R58. The highest point is in the middle with gradual slopes on both sides. It's ambidextrous and we're getting a total of 6 buttons here, a DPI switch on the top and 2 thumb buttons on the left side, and this is what it sounds like. The DPI button switches between a total of 4 pre-built in profiles starting at 400, 800, 1600 and finally 3200 DPI or CPI. These can be customized in the software, which we're going to talk a bit more about in a second. The mouse wheel has distinct stepping and my surprise is a lot quieter than most mice for some reason, and on the inside of the wheel we find some RGB as well, but this is not the only place you find RGB on this mouse. In fact, there is a small subtle strip on each side that can be configured in a total of 9 RGB patterns. I wasn't expecting anything of this level of customization. Let's say hypothetically you're not a fan of RGB, you can turn this off completely, and if you like me, you game a lot in the dark. I personally don't hate lightning, but it can be quite distracting. I prefer minimal lighting, especially on the mouse, and what's cool here is that you can set the lighting to, let's say, 25% lightness if you still want to keep it on, but you want to keep it on a minimal. Honestly, I think this looks very cool. Let's talk about the honeycomb and the comfort. You would think that the holes are gonna be distracting, but weirdly enough they aren't. The reason for that is that they are placed so that you typically don't really feel them that much. The whole point with the honeycomb shell is to obviously drop the weight, but it gives you a mouse that stays cooler, and you will definitely notice the difference here if your mouse tend to get hot. I actually suffer from sweaty palms and this definitely helps me out, and that is the reason why I prefer matte, but you have the glossy one as an option as well. But how do you clean a mouse like this? Well, honestly, it is not that complicated. Vacuuming it works fantastic actually, believe it or not. But be careful of sodas, as any form of liquid will most likely kill it instantly. Now when it comes to the sensor, Model O is using the PWM3360 optical sensor, which is by far the most used sensor of any gaming mouse these days. Razer, SteelSeries, Logitech, finalmouse and Cooler Master, among many more, are all fitting their mice with some form of modified 3360 sensor. It is proven to be extremely reliable, extremely fast and completely stellar for almost any surface. It has a max CPI of 12K, which is a lot more than what most are gonna use. It's not that much to say about this. It's a stellar sensor. It has all the bells and whistles you want a top performing gaming sensor to have. This won't let you down, alright? Yes. Let's go! Let's talk about the cord now, cause this is where most gaming mice falls victim nowadays. Most gaming brands get the importance of sensor and shape, but more often than not forgets about the cord completely. I actually think Logitech did a great job with the MX518 Legendary actually. The cord was packed very cleverly. Unfortunately, the cord was still a bit too stiff. Glorious has fitted Model O with this. It's called the Ascend cord, and it is as close as we get to wireless, hands down. This is what a gaming cord should look like. This cord is so smooth and it's so feather-like. It feels like you're almost playing wireless. It's super weird, guys. It's getting even better, guys, because we haven't even touched on the feet yet. So Glorious calls these the G skates, and these are made of 100% pure virgin PTFE. It comes in at 0.81mm thickness for a maximum lifespan. I was expecting to add these myself, but it turns out they comes pre-installed already. They offer excellent glide on both soft and hard surface, and because of the lightweight, makes the mouse almost fly over the surface. Now this is definitely going to take a bit of time for me to getting used to, but yeah, it's going to be worth it for sure. To try and wrap this up, I gotta say, Glorious caught me completely off guard here. Yes, I gotta admit, I had great hopes for Model O, but I never thought I was gonna get this. This mouse ticks every box, and asking $100 would therefore be reasonable, but the fact that you can pick this up for under $60, yeah, that blows my mind. If weight is a concern, don't look elsewhere. This is as good as it gets. I am telling you guys, I'm so glad I ordered this. Again, it checks every box: the sensor, the cord, the shape, the price point. It over delivers, and the best of all, you can actually get one yourself. Glorious has promised that it's not going to get sold out. Guys, this is as good as it gets. What I want now is just the wireless model as well, so I can couch game. Now I want to know, guys, have you picked up the Model O? Let me know your thoughts so far. What coating did you get? I'm going to be back with the brand new video in just a few days time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, have an awesome day, right?